EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set, ready. Kick to Pittsburgh. Come on. Time out, ready. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Check 52. Check 26, check 26. Cut up.
On first down, Akers. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 85 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, 22. Switch. Hey, easy.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the left side. Akers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From just shy of midfield, Murray steps away to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Let's go, tight end, let's go right here. Let's go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Going deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. Give him 30 yards there. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On 1st down, Akers. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Get out the field, defense. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the screen.
On third down, Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
It's fourth down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 17-0 our score after 1.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Set! Yellow 20! Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Hey. Jim.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check nickel. Check the backer.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This will be taken short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, watch the slant.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard scamper as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Let's go, D. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Let's bring it.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defense.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. McFarland. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Rush in. Rush in.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. The final shot before the break, Stanford. He'll get this one to Galladay. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey. March 43. Man out. 11. Kill. 32. Hey, easy.
Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 3rd down.
Zebra. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Hey, check 43.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Watch the whip. Easy.
On first down, it's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, McFarland. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Stafford on third down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
We go flat, lady. 32. You must be dreaming. March 43. March 43.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. He'll try and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On second down now, Akers. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Throwing now is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Agnew now to return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check, 59. So we got man. Hey, check.
They snap it to Stafford. And James has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
59. Middle. Hey.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time? McCrane's
kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
On 3rd down, Akers, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You don't know no better.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, McFarland. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.